Stay where you are, Corvo, or I jump.
Corvo! Save me!
Quiet!
Oh, hello there. Surprised to see you here. You might be wondering why I'm standing in front of an old man holding a little girl about to jump off a lighthouse tower. Now, I would answer you, but this isn't the ending I wanted. So let's rewind a bit. What better place to start than from the beginning? Greetings and salutations, my name is Ignis and today I played Dishonored 1, a game released 12 years ago. For those who don't know, Dishonored 1 is a first-person stealth action game set in the plague-ridden city of Dunwall, where you play as Corvo Attano, the royal protector framed for the murder of the Empress. Armed with supernatural abilities and an array of weapons, you must navigate through a web of political intrigue and revenge to clear your name and restore order to your glorious city. Will I be a silent shadow, leaving no trace, re-earning the achievement of clean hands? Or will I be a whirlwind of chaos and plunge Dunwall further into the void? Only one way to find out. If you enjoy the content, please leave a like. If this isn't the first video of mine you've seen, consider subscribing for more. And with that, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Right, where were we? Oh yeah, we were rewinding back to the beginning. No, not there. Definitely not there. Ooh, we'll save that one for later. Not this one either. Ah, there it is. That's better. Back to the day it all began. Arriving at Dunwall Tower by boat. I just returned after several months of visiting the other nations in the Empire to ask for their aid in dealing with the rat plague. I am to deliver the response to the Empress, Jessamine Caldwin, whom I serve as the royal protector. It seems in my absence, the affairs in and about Dunwall have worsened far more than what I had hoped for. Seriously guys, I leave for 5 minutes and this place falls apart. It's not too long that my mind dwells on the news before I'm greeted by the heiress to the throne, Emily Caldwin. But sadly, there is no time for games. This is news that I have to report to the Empress immediately. Okay, maybe one round of hide and seek. I mean, Emily insists.
Okay, here we go. Let's see about here. Where are you?
After finishing a quick little game of hide and seek, I make my way back to the Empress. And just when I thought my day could get better, I see your face. The Royal Spy Master. Truly the most unfortunate sight seeing you here.
2 days early. Full of surprises, as usual.
Walking past that rat of a human, I deliver the news to the Empress. And to sum it all up, all the other nations of the Empire plan to blockade Dunwall until the rat plague has passed. They want us to fall. Thanks guys, much appreciated. But before I have time to ask what our future plans are, Emily points out something strange. Not only are the guards not here, but there are people able to blink and teleport on the rooftops. I fought them off the good old American way, except we're in Dunwall. But you get the point. The fighting was easy, but my training had never included how to break out of a telekinetic bind. Now, if only I had counterspelled.
Corvo, it's all coming apart. Find Emily. Protect her. You're the only one. You'll know what to do. Won't you? Corvo.
But before anything else could happen, I'm accused of killing the Empress and kidnapping Emily before being knocked out cold and sent to Coldridge Prison.
This is your final chance, Corvo. Sign the confession and let me give you the rights to put your spirit at ease.
That's enough for now. Get out. Let's give the man some time to think. Corvo, the Empress is dead. Her daughter Emily is hidden away, and no one will ever know the truth.
Yes, unlucky you. Tomorrow you'll be executed, but it's for a good cause. This country needs strong leadership now, someone to guide the weak, and that's where we come in.
There was nothing personal in this, even though you almost sank our plans. But it turned out well. You were in the wrong place at the right time, and someone has to take the fall. Goodbye, Corvo. Guards! Take him back to his cell.
The next 6 months of my life were spent in the Cold Ridge prison, cell B5 of the solitary wing. I was given rotting and moldy food day in and day out. And if I didn't know any better, I'm pretty sure the cooks were trying to kill me rather than the executioner's blade. And now it seems that Burrow has what he wants. He is the king of a dying kingdom. Congratulations, you won a pile of rubble. It's now come that it's the day before my execution. A guard left me with a little piece of moldy bread and a strange message below it. After he left, I took the bread and found the note underneath it. The note also was accompanied by a key to my cell. The note said that a group of people wanted to meet up with me and were willing to break me out of Cold Ridge prison. Now, these people are either very optimistic, bumbling fools, or they're really just desperate. And thinking about the way things are, I think it's the latter. I snuck out of my cell and took the weapon on the table, including a few coins left on the side. The route to get to the explosives was lined with guards. It was being kept in the interrogation room according to the notes. Thankfully, that's a room I know all too well thanks to Campbell and Burrows. With that, I crept past the guards, knocking all of them out as I made my way up to the upper walkways that I could take to get to the interrogation chamber. The guards were a bit on the light side tonight. I suppose they weren't expecting any last-minute escape efforts. Well, too bad for them. As I made my way to the interrogation room, I found the little explosive device in the safe. Thankfully, it has a little timer on it so I can at least get to safety after I set it. Now, I have no idea how much firepower something like this would pack, but at least the note assured me that it would be enough to blow a hole through the door into the loading bay. Now all that's left for me to do is to actually get to the loading bay. Thankfully, it wasn't too far. I only had to cross over the courtyard, which was under patrol by 2 guards. Thankfully, just like all the previous ones, I knocked them out and they didn't even know I was there. Making my way through the foyer, I eventually climb up some pipes. Seeing the loading bay door, 2 guards were waiting for me. I knocked out the guards around the door and then tucked them away so they wouldn't get caught up in the explosion. I mean, even in desperate times, one must maintain some courtesy. After looking around, I saw that the only good cover I had was either the electronics console or a dumpster. Not the best of options, but they'll have to do. Setting the bomb on the door, I dove behind the dumpster. And as the explosion went off, I quickly threw myself around the dumpster, jumping off into the river below. I took a deep breath, dove down, and swam across the river to the other side. As the tinnitus demon screeching in my ears eventually began to fade, I heard some of the guards calling out, trying to find me. In their confusion, I slipped inside of the Dunwall sewer system, making sure no one saw me. As I'm making my way through the sewers, I slowed down my pace, partly because I didn't want to make much noise and alert any of the other people or rats that might be down here, but mostly because of the rats. I heard some guards speaking up ahead at one point. They were already checking the sewers for me? Damn, these boys are efficient. Thankfully, it was just 2 of them talking incredibly loudly as they patrolled the tunnels, which made it quite easy to avoid. I slid up on top the catwalk and made my way through the tunnels when I actually got to see the 2 gossiping guards. Unfortunately, they opened up the wrong door, and I got a chance to see the savagery of the rat plague with my own eyes. Well, talk about a bad way of ending your shift. Thankfully, I won't have to come across anything quite as horrible as the rats anytime soon. Though I did manage to run into some terrible sights along the way. I came across a journal that was written by a man named Damien. Him and his girl Amanda, be it wife or girlfriend, I don't really know, they had retreated to the sewers after both having caught the plague. They didn't want to be thrown out by the Lord Regent's watch. The journal says that they're breaking into the homes of the infected and carting them down to the flooded district. Nothing like adding insult to the injury, right? Further on into the sewers, I found the gear that my so-called friends had stashed for me. A pistol crossbow, the likes of which I had never seen before, and a folding blade. These weren't your average weapons. These were crafted with care, precision, and a touch of "don't mess with me." Now, they were definitely high-quality weapons, no doubt about that, and I am very eager to test them out on a later date when I'm feeling a little bit more up for it and not trying to escape prison through a sewer system. For right now, though, I needed to make sure that nobody saw me on my way out. A man named Samuel was to meet me at the end of the sewers, where the sewer empties into the river. As I made my way through, another group of 5 guards was stationed up near the sewer's end. They weren't too difficult to trick though, hopping down behind the first one, taking him out, and keeping him off to the side. And the last 3, all it took was a simple glass bottle and a halfway decent throw to distress them enough to give me some time to slip away undetected, before coming back, knocking them out, and burying them underneath some rubble. Sometimes it truly is the simplest tricks that work the best. Houdini would be proud. As I explored the room, I found a hidden stash. A little bit of extra coin I could keep in my pocket, now that I'm quite literally penniless out of prison. Finally, I set my sights back on getting out of these sewers, and to my surprise, as much as Samuel's, I found him actually waiting for me at the end of the river with a boat. He seemed weathered and wise, the kind of guy who's seen a few things and actually lived to tell the tale. He greeted me and we were quickly off, making sure not to be spotted on our way out. We spoke very little on our ride back to wherever it was he was taking me. After about an hour or so on the water, Samuel and I arrived at the Hound Pits pub. I remember seeing signs for this place when I was making my way out of Coldridge. Samuel told me that they closed their doors months ago due to the plague. Half of the district here has actually been marked off as dead, and that there wasn't anyone else here, thus making it the perfect base of operations for this loyalist group. As we came ashore, Samuel showed me the way inside and sent me off to speak with 2 men who were in charge of this whole operation, Trevor Pendleton and Admiral Havelock. The 2 men explained to me the purpose of their goal. It is to find Emily Caldwin and secure her place on the throne. And to do that, they're gonna need some men taken care of, to put it lightly. The loyalists explained to me their plan, but maybe it was just the look on my face and the exhaustion now finally piling up. But they quickly shifted gears and told me to get some rest after speaking with a man named Piero. After assisting him with getting some whale oil, he even gave me a mask with some fantastic lenses on it. There's a dial on the side that allows me to switch lenses from the normal ones found in glasses to a low-powered telescope. Now, if I'm going to be involved in some dangerous missions to take down the Lord Reject and some of his allies, I'm going to need all the gear and gadgets that I can get my hands on. I'd made my way up to the room they had prepared for me, groggy and tired, ready to end the day. And with that, I end my day. I can only hope that there aren't any more surprises for me waiting during the night.
You cannot save her.
This place is the end of all things, and the beginning.
You cannot save her.
All of time's meaning is here. Neither seconds, nor centuries.
You cannot save her.
Someday this place will devour all the lights in the sky. The one who walks here is all things. Cradle songs of comfort and bones gnawed by teeth.
You cannot save her.
This is the place from which those who dabble in black arts draw their power. And this place is their doom.
You cannot save her.
I can feel the great age ending.
And with that, I want to thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe if you enjoyed. And with that, I will see you in the next one.